Okay, so Hancock is meant to be the superhero movie with a difference. The difference is that, as played by Will Smith, he is a drunk and a layabout and is generally looked down upon by the people of Los Angeles, who he theoretically protects. The first time we see him, he's sleeping on a park bench. Little boy has to come and wake him up and go, "Oi, Hancock, you have to go and help some people." So he can do all the superhero things. He's got super strength. He can fly. But he is basically a bum. And very, very early on, he saves Jason Bateman from dying. And Jason Bateman is a PR guy. And Jason Bateman basically says to him, "Look, you need me to sort out your life." The idea of a superhero needing a PR person, that's quite interesting. Some of the Superman comics, the original Superman comics, did deal with that area slightly, but it's a Spider-Man issue as well. You know, he's looked down on by the newspapers. It's an anti-media thing. But so there's an interesting movie going on in there. And then, as always happens with multi-million-dollar blockbuster superhero movies, it's like halfway through they go, "Oh, I can't be bothered with this. We spent millions of dollars. We've got to have some big fights." And there's a plot twist at which it is revealed that somebody else is also a superhero. We're not going to go into who, because obviously I want to keep whatever tension there is. And then it's superheroes versus baddies. Now, admittedly, you get people like Eddie Marsan, who's, I think, a good character actor, and you have...
He was a taxi driver last time we saw him.
I know, yeah. And isn't he a great actor?
He was great. I can't imagine him as a superhero.
No, although, funnily enough, as a taxi driver in that film, he is... Enraha, Poppy, Enraha. That was good. That, I think, for both of us, was the best thing about Happy-Go-Lucky, wasn't it?
Yep.
Because the rest of the film was slightly challenging.
We haven't just agreed on something.
In its upbeat optimism, we have. That's why I'm sort of slightly flannelling.
You must be wrong.
But in the case of Hancock, I was very, very disappointed that what happened was you got, the setup that's interesting and strange and is going to do something with the... And then literally, it's almost exactly on the halfway time mark. They go, "No, can't be bothered, going to do a superhero movie." And this has become the rule of superhero movies. You know, when I reviewed... Iron Man, I said it's like 2/3 of a good film. In the case of Hulk, it's exactly half a good film. All the Hulk stuff that's good is the stuff with Edward Norton. All the stuff that's bad is the stuff when he's the Hulk, and then he meets the Super Hulk, and then they start fighting each other. And I am pinning all my hopes on the new Batman movie, because what happened before with the Christopher Nolan Batman movie was he managed to make a multi-million-dollar, huge, big epic, but which all the way through kept its eye on the prize. All the way through knew that it wasn't just enough to have big scenery and big explosions. It had to be character-driven. The whole thing had to, fit the mythology properly. And what we've seen so far with the superhero movies since then is just this constant wimping out. It's, "I'm going to do something strange, I'm going to do something, no, I'm not, I'm going to do robots hitting each other." Iron Man got to 2/3 of the way through and then, I think, lost the plot. This, it's almost exactly the halfway mark, and it's so disappointing because it's just like you kind of invest a certain amount of hope and a certain amount of trust in it, and then it just goes, "You know what? Let's just have superheroes thumping each other."